They say some places are best left alone. Places where the past refuses to stay buried. Where the walls remember the screams and the shadows never leave. Hi, everyone. I'm here with the most terrifying school ever. Starting at the top. The second story contains 4 classrooms and 2 bathrooms. First, we visit room 250. Nothing remains of the accidental fire that claimed 5 students and their beloved teacher, Miss Lucy Clayton, except a blackened support beam and warped window panes. But when you stand in the center of the room, you can almost see them, their desks neatly arranged, their chairs stacked against the wall. Do you hear the whispers? Can you smell the lingering scent of chalk and fear? As you reach out to touch the cold, dusty window, a draft stirs, carrying with it fragments of laughter and the squeak of a chair. Before you can react, the classroom door slams shut, plunging you into darkness. A moment later, footsteps echo in the hall. Are they coming through? As you scramble for the door, its lock clicks into place. You pound against the wood, but it won't budge. Unable to escape your prison, you succumb to the shadows. As dawn breaks, rescuers kick open the door and step inside. They discover you slumped against the wall, your camera lying abandoned on the floor. On its screen, the last image you captured, a girl in a Victorian nightgown standing by the chalkboard, her translucent form fading into the morning light. Down the hall, room 220 holds more secrets. Entering, you feel a chill despite the summer heat. A rocking horse sways gently in the corner, its painted eyes staring blankly ahead. A child's drawing pinned to the desk reads, "I love my mother," but the words are scrawled in a shaky hand that's not your own. Then the rocking stops. The rocking horse freezes, and you feel a presence watching you from the shadows. Something sweet and sorrowful, yet undeniably malevolent. With each step you take, the air grows colder, the silence deafening, and when you turn to leave, you realize the door is gone, vanished without a trace. Trapped in the room, you experience hours of terror until the sun dips below the horizons. Only then does the door reappear, revealing a rescuer who finds you trembling on the floor, babbling about a horse and a little girl. As they lead you out into the fading light, you glance back. In the window, you see her, the girl in the Victorian nightgown, beckoning with a finger. And from within the room, you hear the whisper, "Don't move. Stay with me forever." Room 223 was home to countless dreams, hopes, and ambitions. Desks line the walls, each holding a student's nameplate, but their smiling faces offer no solace now. A swing set sways wildly in the adjacent playground. Its chains moans in the windless room. The air thickens, the temperature plummets, and a shadow flickers at the edge of your vision. Startled, you turn, but see nothing. Suddenly, the chalkboard ripples and a ghostly message materializes. Run. Without hesitation, you flee. Bursting through the door, you sprint down the hallway, the word branded into your memory. As you run, the bell tolls in the distance, its mournful sound echoing your pounding heart. You stumble, falling against the cool stone wall. Panting, You push yourself up, but the ground seems to mock you, refusing to yield. With a sinking feeling, you realize you've entered the school's labyrinth, a place where corridors shift and staircases lead nowhere. You wander endlessly, desperate to escape, but the walls hold you fast, whispering tales of forgotten children and their tormented souls. After what feels like an eternity, you collapse on the floor, defeated by the school's relentless grip. When morning arrives, rescuers discover you delirious and muttering about a girl in a nightgown. Your camera lies broken, its memory card erased, offering no evidence of your ordeal. Descending the grand staircase, you hear the echo of tiny footsteps trailing behind you. At the foot of the stairs, you find the school's main office, where faded photographs and yearbooks hint at happier times. A sudden movement catches your eye, a stack of papers fluttering in the draftless room. As you approach, the pages rustle, forming the chilling message, "Leave while you can." Ignoring the warning, you venture into the music room. A piano rests in the corner, its keys yellowed and dusty. As you press one, a haunting melody spills forth, filling the room with melancholic notes. From the opposite end, a music box joins in, its cheerful tune jarringly contrasting the piano's mournful song. Drawn to the melody, you follow it, but it seems to emanate from everywhere and nowhere. Panicked, you bolt toward the exit, only to find yourself back where you started. The music intensifies, drowning out all other sounds. With each passing moment, the walls close in, suffocating you with their oppressive gloom. You collapse, overwhelmed by the cacophony. By the time rescuers find you, the music has ceased. The only evidence of your torment is your tearful face and the haunting melody still ringing in your ears. Before venturing downstairs, let's peek into room 107, where a rocking chair sways rhythmically, despite no one sitting in it. An old teddy bear sits on a desk, its fur matted and one eye missing. Suddenly, the rocking accelerates, the chair spinning wildly, the bear tumbling to the floor. As you flee, you hear a maniacal giggle echoing through the room. Downstairs, you'll find the cafeteria, where trays and chairs litter the floor. A lunch menu from 1978 hangs crookedly on the wall, advertising mystery meat and jelly. A low growl rumbles, growing louder with every passing second. Then you see it, a massive shape emerging from the shadows, its eyes glowing an eerie red in the dim light. You scream and run, but the creature is faster, blocking your path and reaching out with claws that seem to stretch forever. You collapse in terror as it advances, its hot, fetid breath washing over you, reeking of decay and despair. When the creature finally departs, you find yourself bound and gagged on a table. And as you struggle to free yourself, you hear its mocking laughter echoing in the rafters. Morning light filters through grimy windows, revealing you bruised and bloodied, kneeling before an altar of discarded lunch trays. The creature, whatever it is gone. Last, you'll explore the school's basement, accessible via a trapdoor concealed behind a bookshelf. Sunlight streams through cracks in the floorboards, illuminating layers of dust and debris. A rocking horse stands frozen mid-rock. Nearby, a child's shoe lies abandoned. Suddenly, the rocking horse begins to sway, creaking with me. You turn and run, racing through a maze of tunnels. The air grows thick and heavy, the stench of mildew and decay making you nauseous. A faint glow emanates from cracks in the walls, revealing skeletal fingers intertwined in a macabre dance. You stumble forward, driven by an unseen force, until you reach a large chamber. In the center, a massive bell hangs ominously from the ceiling, its surface cold and damp to the touch. You pull the rope slowly. Each strike reverberates through your bones. As the final echoes fade, the ground beneath you trembles. The floor gives way, plunging you into darkness. When they find you, you're safe, but forever marked by what you heard and saw. Some call it Willow Creek, haunted by tragedy, overshadowed by the sinister presence lurking beneath its floors. And now we turn to the enigmatic janitor, a keeper of secrets whose very essence is woven into the school's haunted tapestry. Tell us, kind sir, what whispers have you caught on the wind as you swept the halls? What echoes of the past have stained the silence of these deserted corridors? Lead us through the labyrinthine recesses of your memories. What shadows dance in the dusty corners of your mind? And so the tale of Willow Creek School unfolds, leaving us to ponder the horrors that unfolded within its walls. If you dared to enter, would you emerge unscathed? Or would you carry the echoes of Willow Creek's haunting forever? They say some places are best left alone. Places where the past refuses to stay buried. Where the walls remember the screams and the shadows never leave. In the forgotten town of Willow Creek stands an abandoned schoolhouse, charred by fire, yet somehow alive, waiting for those who dare approach after dark. If you drive past it after midnight, locals claim you'll see lights flickering in the windows, even though the building has had no electricity for over 40 years. And if you look closely, they say you might see children standing silently in the halls, staring at you, watching you, waiting. Most who enter do not stay long, and those who do, they never come back the same. Willow Creek Elementary closed in 1979, after what was officially called an accidental fire. 5 students and a teacher perished in the east wing. The flames gutted classrooms, leaving charred walls and smoke-stained memories behind. But locals say the fire was only the beginning. Something much darker awoke in the ruins. After the fire, families vanished overnight, pets disappeared, and those brave enough to walk past at night reported hearing children laughing, echoing from the empty hall. An elderly man who once drove past the school late at night told us, "I saw them, kids, motionless, watching me. I hadn't seen a soul in that town for decades, but there they were, staring, silent, unmoving. I couldn't look away. I couldn't escape their eyes." Another woman recalled waking to the sound of singing, children singing Ring Around the Rosie, distorted and haunting. She followed the sound to the school, only to find every door chained shut. The singing stopped immediately. Silence returned, but something had followed her home. And always, the bell tolling, echoing, though no one is there to ring it. Over the years, thrill seekers and ghost hunters have ventured inside, armed with cameras, flashlights, and recording devices, mostly shielded. Some never speak of what they saw. Classrooms appear frozen in time, desks overturned, chalkboards cracked. Faint writing appears. Leave now. No chalk, no hands. Nothing explains how it got there. Visitors describe hallways stretching impossibly long. Doors opening to rooms that weren't there minutes before. Walls, they breathe. Shadows move just at the edge of your vision. And always laughter, innocent, twisted, echoing. It follows you down every corridor, every stairway, every cracked doorway. You turn a corner and a figure vanishes. Seconds later, it appears behind you. You feel their gaze on your neck, their breath in the air. But when you spin, there's nothing, just silence and the echoing bell. Some visitors report that time moves differently inside the school. Hours pass in what feels like minutes, or minutes stretch into unbearable hours. The building, it warps perception. The shadows stretch your mind. An old janitor, now long gone, once whispered to me, the school never forgets. It remembers every scream, every tear, every child, every teacher, every secret. Inside, classrooms lie untouched by decades, but something has changed. Children's drawings shift when you're not looking. Figures appear in corners. Desks move slightly, as if someone just left them. Whispers grow louder, following you through halls. Some say the walls themselves breathe, pulsing slightly like a heartbeat beneath your head, beneath the dust, beneath the years. And the sound that chills every visitor, the bell. It rings at impossible hours, tolling for you, always for you. The bell tolled again, echoing through halls long forgotten. Whoever dared to enter now knew the school was awake, and it was watching. The air was colder here than outside, yet thick, heavy, almost alive. Dust swirled like it had a mind of its own, whispering secrets no living being should hear. Inside, the classrooms seemed frozen in time. Chalkboards cracked, yet chalk moved on its own, writing messages, cryptic warnings, names. One visitor recalled standing in the science lab, and the instruments began shaking, thermometers rattling, beakers tipping, as if invisible hands were experimenting. In the library, rows of books whispered as pages turned by themselves. Drawings of shadowy figures loomed over children's sketches. And in one corner, a book opened to a page that had not existed minutes before, depicting a visitor who had just entered. The gym was alive with unseen activity. A single basketball bounce, footsteps circled overhead. Shadows flickered along the walls, too fast to catch, too deliberate to ignore. Everywhere you looked, you felt them, watching, waiting. The schoolhouse remembered everything. Every student, every teacher, every moment of fear, pain, and laughter, and it kept them all. Some explorers noticed time bending. Minutes stretched into hours. Hours felt like seconds. Hallways twisted and elongated. Classrooms vanished and reappeared. Doors led to rooms that should not exist. Some brave souls attempted to leave, but the hallways shifted. Doors that led outside minutes ago now opened into endless corridors. Stairs descended further than they should. Time walked. Logic failed. The basement, deeper and darker than possible. Figures moving in shadows. Faces appearing in walls, in cracks, in darkness. Whispers calling names. Your name. Always your name. They say the school is a place where time bends and shadows twist, where the echoes of laughter mingle with the mournful toll of the distant bell, where the very walls seem to breathe, hiding secrets best left undisturbed. And so we end our tale here, inviting you to ponder the mysteries that linger within those abandoned halls. Have you ever dared to venture into the realm of the forgotten? Do you feel the icy grip of fear as you imagine the whispers echoing around you? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below.